Welcome to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today in my swing studio, and today's video is all going to be about how to strike your irons better. Stay tuned to find out a couple of really simple exercises to improve your contact. As mentioned, today's video is all going to be about how to strike your irons better. So it's a question I get a lot: what exercises can I do to improve my contact? And I just want to show you a couple of really simple ways that you can improve your strike. So first of all, what we're going to do is actually knock away the golf ball, and I'm just going to use this line on my mat here. So if you're off turf, I would either just put a spray paint line in, use some foot spray, maybe just use the club to ingrain a little line there. You could even just, if you can get in a bunker anywhere, just rake the sand and then just draw a line in the sand again, so you can just see contact point. That's what we're really trying to look at. And what I'm going to use is an impact board, and I have done some videos with this before. There are some products out there similar that work great, like the Fat Plate, but if you can get your hands on an impact board, a lie board, that every driving range, every pro shop will have quite a few of these, that we've put some tape on the bottom of the club and looking at the contact on the bottom, on the sole, to tell us whether your clubs need to be more upright or flatter. These work really great because you can hit them and you're not going to break them. You could even just use some of those putting mirrors that you can get. They work fine. Or alternatively, if you can't get your hands on something like that, a towel. And I'll show you that in a bit. Just using a long golf towel folded up would work really well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this line, and I'm going to put the impact board, but again, this could be a towel, one club head's width behind the line. And what I'm trying to do is just make some swings and see if I can contact that line, missing the board. So I want to miss the board, hit the line and through. So I don't want to strike the board first or miss the board but also miss the ground. So I'm trying to get that descending blow where we're getting the line there but missing the board. And I would just start off with some slow rehearsal movements, trying to work out how can I return the club back to that position. The one thing I want you to be aware of, and this is where the line really comes into its own here as well, is I don't want us to be able to do it by leaning all our body towards the target, getting this way ahead of the golf ball to be able to miss the board and getting very steep on it. So I'm going to ask you to try and keep your nose more over that line that's pretty central. So I'm using a mid-iron here, pretty much the center of my stance. My nose is pretty much over that line. I'm just going to be aware about maintaining that relationship and not going too much this way with my upper body before impact. So can I just start off by making some slow movement and get that club to that line and just feel what it feels like. So just clip the board there. Let me see if I can do that again. The very edge of it, it's a very different feeling when you hit way back on the board. That was the one. So hit exactly on that line. So even if it's just some small little movements, and build it up until we can start to consistently strike that line, missing the board. So I'd build it up, I'd just do some small swings. You can then build it into, okay, can I do it at a full pace? Practice swing. Strike was, I definitely missed the board and hit the mat, but a little bit ahead of where I wanted. So again, just be aware of my head relationship, that I'm not moving too far ahead of the target. That one felt pretty solid in a fuller swing. Once you can do that, get the ball in on that line. And all you're going to do is actually just try and make some, again, little swings, potentially even hitting from an impact position. If I move this ball, actually, you guys can see the flight of it. So I'm just going to move this board as well. So I've got one club head's width. And what I'm going to do is actually get from setup into an impact position. So my head has stayed over the ball. My right foot is rolling inwards towards my left. My hips have opened and my left leg has started to extend. My shoulders are open as well, so I really wanted impact. Shoulders open, hips more open. My pressure is definitely on that lead leg, but my head has stayed over the golf ball. And from that position, can I make just a little small backswing and turn and hit it? And it's a great way to really feel impact position. So if I click on here, you guys will be able to see the ball flight as well. It should be a low punchy shot. Let me give it a whirl. And then we can build up again into some fuller swings. So could we do it at a half swing? Could we do it at a full swing? I'm going to start from impact position. So get that board straight, club head's width behind the ball, set up, impact. So my pressure's on my lead leg, my body is open, but my head has stayed over the ball. Little short backswing. And just focus on rotating my body towards the target. So a little short backswing and really feel like I rotate through. The contact of that, I'm not worried about the direction. The contact felt really solid. Let me see if I can do that one more. Set up, impact, little short backswing, and really try and focus on rotating my body towards the target. So there's 2 in a row where I've hit the ball, I've hit the mat, but I've missed the board itself. It works exactly the same way if we haven't got an impact board. Just to use a golf towel. You'll have seen me do this before in a video about puring your irons. Just putting it down on the ground, trying to get it as low as possible. If you hit the towel, it gets, the club head gets caught up in the towel. The board, the benefit of the board is you get the sound from it. Of course, with the towel you don't, but you get the feeling of it grabbing into the towel first. So once I can do that, could I go into a half swing? So I'm now going to go from setup position, but just make a little half movement, focusing on missing the board, hitting the ball and hitting that line. And now we're going to go into a full swing, so one more to finish with. So my angle of attack was definitely on the way down on those little short punchy ones from impact, 9-10 degrees on the way down. That was 6 degrees on the way down for a little half swing. Let me try one full one. That felt really solid. I may be exaggerating a little bit more of a downward angle of attack, but I'm definitely getting ball then turf, which is the aim of the game when doing this exercise. All of those were struck on a downward angle of attack. I'm de-lofting the golf club, I'm getting my hands ahead, but I don't feel like I'm moving ahead of the target with my upper body. So I really got that sensation of what impact is going to be feeling like to make sure I'm getting the ball turf contact that we're really looking for. I hope those exercises help. I hope this video helps. If it does and you enjoyed what you heard, give us a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel as well. It is for free and there's new content every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5:30. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon.